From Cornwall to Birmingham and Johnston and Bexhill, here's Ruben Spire on the radio.
Hello to Wake the River. How are you today?
We're very well, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you for letting me to chat to you both. So can you tell me how long the Wake River been going as a band or group?
How long have you been going? It is 4 years. Definitely 4 years. Over 4 years, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, we started more of as a duo. We were calling ourselves a duo for the first few years, but we've sort of we're a band now.
Well, we met our guitarist 2 years
ago.
and then our drummer just joined this year, really.
This year.
So yeah, we're sort of quite a newly formed band in the state that we're in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it like? I'm guessing you recorded your debut album in the recording studio.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. At the time we were, I was completely at the beginning of my musical journey. Lizzie actually had more experience of performing and stuff than me when we began. But we were just sort of feeling our way through the dark really at that point. And so we chose the recording studio that was recommended to us by various people. And we didn't have, it was quite producer-led, the first album, because I wasn't confident on instruments even to communicate the song. So so that was the first experience of recording.
So what was that experience like, going to the recording studio for the first time?
Well, it's been crazy. I was very anxious back then, actually, so I found it quite overwhelming, but it was also very exciting. And I mean, when we got back to the studio to record this EP, we were very, very excited.
Yeah.
Now that we sort of know what we're doing a bit more.
Yeah, now that we're much more comfortable with the process. Yeah, it was all just very, very exciting and very strange, really.
It's all very new, yeah.
Plus COVID. It was in COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So it was all just bizarre.
Weirdly, it was actually quite a good thing to do in COVID because you're naturally
involved.
Yeah, you're naturally isolated from everyone.
Yeah.
True.
So that must be quite hard during COVID times.
Yeah, we just got it in time, basically. We saw the lockdown coming, and so poor Lizzie had to go and sing basically the vocals for the entire album in one session because we could see that it was kind of our last chance to do that. So yeah, I mean, we got nothing to. At the time, we had nothing to compare it to because it was kind of our first experience of doing that anyway. So it probably would have felt a lot weirder to other people in some ways. You know what I mean? It was all weird to us anyway.
So can you tell me more about the single that you released called Earthling?
Earthling?
Yeah.
Would you like to describe Earthling, Lizzie?
I don't really relate it. I mean, it's kind of like a sort of pop anthem. What you call it? It's not quite an anthem, maybe. It's sort of like soft pop, yeah.
Pop,
like 80s vibes.
Yeah, it's a fun one. It's not Lizzie's favourite one in the first album. Yeah, but I love it.
So we're going to move on a few years now. So can you tell me more about Invincible Heart?
That's a song, lyrically it's inspired by my love for my best friends who have been my friends forever and ever since I was a young teenager. But we were trying, we still do try in our lyrics to connect people with each other, and it's quite sort of soul felt. I don't know, a lot of the lyrics are. So yeah, it's just about love and friendship and we made a really fun video with cute, cheesy photos of me and Lizzie going up sort of side by side. Although we didn't in real life grow up side by side, as we're very different in ages. But yeah, it was also an attempt to kind of reach across that divide between our generations, because it's kind of a song about looking back, and yeah, so trying to do lots of different things, I guess.
So, can you tell me more about the album that is called Of Blood and Star?
The track or the album, because that was the title track on our second album. So do you mean the song or do you mean the album?
The song and the album?
Of Blood and Star. So it's quite a cinematic, dramatic one, and our music has kind of moved a bit more in that direction. We've lent into the sort of folky cinematic sound because it's something that we both really love. And yeah, it was the title track of the second album of Blood and Star.
And Of Love and Star was more band driven, more like instrument driven. So our first album was very producer led and created with by the producers with synths and all of that. But the second album was like real musicians putting real instruments to the track. So that was fun to work with.
Yeah,
And that's more what we would
yeah, we've carried on down that part because that feels a bit more. It just a bit more, I don't know, authentic. Yeah, it sort of works for us. It's nice to be in a room with people making lovely sounds together.
So, we'll move on to this year now. So, can you tell me more about the single that released called Lamplight?
Oh, okay. That's right, yeah. So I wrote that one. It is a song about songwriting. So Amy is the main songwriter of both of us. She writes most of the songs, but occasionally I write a little one and throw it in there. But it was a co-write actually. Amy helped me finish it off, and she wrote like the second verse and a middle eight to it, which was nice. But yeah, it's a song about writing songs and like all of our long evenings together, drinking cups of tea and talking about how we're gonna put a song together. And yeah, it's a bit different to anything that I've ever written before because it's a bit more bluesy and jazzy. So I normally write things that are very like more on the ethereal side, the more kind of floaty, ethereal vibe, but this is in the kind of jazzy kind of funky one. It's good fun to play, isn't it?
Really fun. Yeah.
With our amazing guitars.
I know.
And like jamming away on it.
Yeah, we were thinking that Ashley might make an appearance halfway through the symphony, but he's going to be a bit later for rehearsal, so you don't have to play that.
So, can you tell me more about Don't Bury Me?
Don't Bury Me is so with the songs on the new EP, so the new EP, which has just come out, has got 6 tracks on it, and I sort of finally got a proper grasp on what we all love as a band, and I could see that what we love is this floaty, ethereal, sort of alternative folk sound, and this very quite tight, groove-driven, bluesy, jazz-tinged sound. So Don't Bury Me was an attempt to kind of try and get a little bit of both of those sounds into one track. So it's more on the groovy side, so it's got a super catchy groove to it. But more in the production and sort of layers of vocals, it's also got quite a lot of flutiness as well. And it's kind of a bit darkly sort of humorous in its lyrical content. I thought, I've done a new, I haven't even told you this yet, I've done a new edit of it for the EP, so it's like a slightly different version of the song, a further EP edit, and so, see how that goes down,
So, can you tell me more about your single called Osprey.
Osprey is a big floaty cinematic one. That was the last single that we released before we released our EP. And if you are like watching videos, there's quite an entertaining video that we pulled all the stops out for. We pulled in all our resources to make this video. We get a bit carried away in videos.
They're really fun.
Videos are so fun. Yeah, so anyway, I won't give too much away, but if any of your listeners fancy looking up the video, it's on YouTube for Osprey, and it's yeah, hopefully it's entertaining.
So, can you tell me more about the EP called Osprey as well?
Yeah, the EP's got 6 tracks on it, a lot of which have been released as singles over this year. And it's a real sort of mixture of those two sounds that we gravitated towards. A couple of them are more slow, big and soft, and the others are more groove-driven sounds.
So, can you tell me what gigs you've got coming up?
We've got 3 gigs. We have 2 this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We've never done 2 gigs in a row before, so that'll be fun. And then we've got, so the Saturday gig is at a lovely little music festival just down the road from us called Food Jam at Ennis Gardens. And then one on Sunday at the beautiful Baconic House. They've got a sort of wellbeing and music fair going on there called Paradise, Festival Paradise. And we're doing a set on the main stage. I've been on the main stage, very exciting. But I always feel like how I'm going to feel it, like that's such a big SMH. And then we've got the Bee Bar in Plymouth in August. Yeah.
So, can you tell me what's it like being an independent band?
I don't think an independent band. I don't think that I would like to be anything else. Yeah, I can't imagine doing anything else. I wouldn't like to be beholden to anybody else. I really wouldn't. I don't think it would be right for us.
No, I mean, it's tricky in a sense to, it's hard to get your music listened to without any help. We struggle to find, we struggle to find good gigs that pay us enough to cover costs and stuff. And yeah, it can be hard to.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot because you just have to do everything yourself. But I do gather that even when you end up with the support of a label, you can still end up doing everything yourself. Yeah, and you've got to jump through their hoops and answer to them and do the things they want you to do, which doesn't sound fun to me. So I think they're happy as we are, aren't we?
So, finally, can you tell my listeners where can they find Wake the River on your socials?
We are on Instagram, Wake the River, and Facebook, Wake the River Music. Also X, Wake the River. Instagram and Facebook are the ones that get the most love, I have to say. And we've got a YouTube channel with loads of music videos on it, because as I say, we are obsessed with making music videos. So if you like watching videos, you can check out the music that way. It's just Wake the River on YouTube. We have a website as well.
And they're on all major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, just Wake the River.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me chat to you both today.
Oh, thank you very much. You're very welcome.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Ruben. Cheers.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.